So, hello! Welcome back to a random Bali song. And today I'm here to show you trick number 3, which is the thumb rollover. Do not drop your knife like that. That's definitely not the thumb rollover. Take 2. The thumb rollover. Now that's a thumb rollover. Now, if you already saw trick 2 and trick 1, which I hope you did, you will know, you will now have 3 basic tricks that you can do to show off to your friends and look like a pro with the balisong knife. But if you bring this little 3 tricks to a balisong convention, you will be ready to learn a few variety of tricks. Because from what I've seen, a lot of beginner tricks base off from these 3 tricks. The basic opening, trick number 2, which is a weird one, but yeah, and the thumb rollover, which is the one we're going to see in this video. Now, very quickly, going back to the second video, I said that this little trick number 2, has a little tip to help with the next trick. The next trick being this one, the thumb rollover. So if you paid close attention to the opening, you'll see that this is the position the trick ends after you do it. So if you are very clever, you already know that when you saw me doing the thumb rollover, the knife is in this, the balisong is in the same position as the one you end on trick number 2. So the tip or the useful part of trick number 2 is that you can actually use it to continue on to thumb rollover, like this. You have your knife in the open position, then you throw it back, you do the trick number 2, and you're ready, set up for a thumb rollover. Now, this is demonstrated better on the combo number 1 from the Bali combo playlist, but that's really all the tips I can give you about trick number 2. Now, having made that little space from the video of trick number 2, I will now get into the thumb rollover, which works like this. You start with your knife in this position, you pinch it with your index and thumb, like this, on the closest handle you have, then you throw it around, you catch the center of the knife with your thumb, let it rotate, letting it go, and then you catch the handle and bring it back up. That's a thumb rollover. If you want to be fancy, there's this thing called the wrist pass thumb rollover, which the only difference is that when you finish doing the thumb rollover, when you're in about this position, the opening motion, instead to not do this, which hits your little index finger, you do this. So you dip down the knife and bring it around as it's falling. It makes it look a bit better. It helps you not hurt your finger, but it also helps you that there are 2 ways of doing this trick. From the safe handle, which is the handle that doesn't have the edge of the blade, if it was an actual blade, and from the bite handle. If you do it from the safe handle, after you do the trick, when you come to opening, you will notice that the edge of the blade would be hitting my finger, and of course, in a live blade, that will completely hurt my finger. I would definitely have a lot of cuts if this was a live blade. That's why you first buy a trainer. Never start with a live blade, please. So what the what the wrist pass intends is for you to not have to hit your blade towards your finger, but just bring it around, pass it around your wrist. That way you don't hurt yourself. So I will perform both versions of this trick, even though I'm not that good at the wrist pass version one, but I will perform them both, being first on the side, then up front, then the second variation, first on the side, then up front. You know the deal. Now first, the regular thumb over. You start with the knife like this. Oh. Now, up front. You start with the knife like this. Don't drop it. Let's try again. Just start with the knife like this. Like that. Now, I will perform the wrist pass version. Sorry for my English, I'm not from the US, so it explains a bit why my English sucks. Now, wrist pass version, sideways. Now I will perform the wrist pass version, but up front. As you can see, is actually a bit more stylish than than just doing the normal version, because it adds a bit of motion to the trick. You can go and compare them both. But I guess that would be the trick itself. And for tips, I would definitely tell you that when you're about to start learning it, make sure that you first get the hang of the weight of your blade. That you do this a few times. That you throw your knife around your thumb a few times without actually letting it go. You really want to practice letting go of the handle and of the blade at the same time, because sometimes what can happen if you're gripping the blade wrong is that you let go, but don't let go the blade. You see, the blade is not moving up, not moving from there. In this version, it is. And what's the problem with that? If you do it like that and the blade doesn't move, by the time you let the handle go, the knife won't have reached enough momentum to actually wrap around your thumb and do the whole trick. So first, make sure to practice how to throw the knife around your thumb like this. You can do it a few times. Learn how much strength you need to do that. Learn what your knife likes, because every knife is different. They have different weights. And then try to learn how to catch it, because there's two ways to catch it. The first one, which ends up on the open position like this. Wait, like this. And the second one, let's see if I can get it. No, I couldn't get it there. I definitely didn't get it there. Well, I can't get the second one now, but it was the one I was getting the most when I started doing this trick. But the second one, as you saw, the first one ends up with the knife in the open position. The second one would be catching the knife a tad bit earlier. No, a tad bit later, so that when you go and do the bounce, it actually closes instead of open. When you do the trick, it would go like this. It spins around, but you don't catch the handle you need to catch to open the blade. You catch the handle you need to catch to close it. I don't know if you could see that, but it goes around like this. And instead of catching this handle, which is the one that will allow me to open the blade, I catch the second coming handle, which allows me to close the blade. So that's a little thing to take into consideration when doing it. There's nothing wrong with the second one. You actually saw it right there. There's nothing wrong with the second one, since it's a kind of safer way to learn the trick, and it actually helps you a lot learning the momentum of your blade and how your blade and just little things on the side handles like to flip. But I really will tell you to try and focus moving from the second one, if it's happening to you, to the first one, by trying to catch the knife a little earlier. Anything else than that, this trick is all about practice. It's definitely a practice heavy trick because it requires not a lot of theory but a lot of practice to actually know what you need to do with your specific knife to perform it. And by the way, curious info. At first, when I was learning this trick, I was landing myself in the second situation a lot, where I would do the trick, but it would close my knife, meaning that I was catching it too early or too late. I don't remember now which one was it. Let's see very quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Too early. I was catching the knife too late. Sorry. But yeah, I was in that little situation that I would never catch the knife on time and finish up in the close position. But with a bit of practice and understanding that I was rather not doing the trick wrong, just not catching it on time, I learned how to do the actual trick, because it really helps you improving your timing. It's not that you're doing the trick wrong. You're in the right direction, just a tad bit too late with the catch. So keep that in mind, and I hope you guys have a good one. If you didn't notice, this is my favorite trick. If you ended up all the way here on the 12-minute mark, god damn it. Thank you for letting me take 12 minutes of your life. This is a disastrous video. But yeah, thank you for letting me take 12 minutes of your life. But if you're here, comment favorite trick. And if you already know Bali songs, comment your favorite trick. If you don't, then don't worry. Comment the favorite of the three you have seen from this playlist. Or even if you're watching this in the future and I'm doing, I don't know, something crazy, I don't know, with my both hands, passing the knife around and under my leg and whatever, then commentate any trick that's being your favorite, from trick 1 to trick 999. I don't know, whichever trick is the highest by then. But yeah, I think that was it. Thank you for letting me borrow now, god damn it, 13 minutes of your life, and I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be seeing you in the next trick. Bye bye. Oh.